Masaka, Charlie, and all others, honorable members of BGF and other friends who visited Ladakh last year and previous years. Also, I am very thankful to the President, the Secretary, and other honorable members of this Metta Dhamma Center for inviting us and allowing us to share some words of Dhamma with you. Usually I try to start my Dhamma talk by reciting one or two verses from the Dhammapada. I am sure you're all aware of this book, Dhammapada, as a practical Buddhist, sincere seekers of truth and lover of peace. Everybody should have this book with you all the time, like your wristwatch or what else, something to hang here, there. This is really the best ornament to decorate you of the beautiful, and the best mirror to look into. It's a beautiful book, not too big, not too heavy to carry, and not difficult to read, not difficult to understand. There are 423 verses collected from the various discourses of the given by the Buddha during his 45 years of missions. And of course, some gathas, some verses may be difficult for you to understand. Skip it. If you find some gathas, you don't need to go in orders. You can start in order, but you find it difficult to understand, skip it, jump to the next, which gatha you understand, read it, understand it, enjoy it. And when you finish all the gathas which you are able to understand easily, you finish, by the time you will understand all other gathas also. All the gathas are connected strongly with each other. No gatha is separate from each other. It is just words and language. So, just let me read the one verse, how important it is for us to have the Dhammapada with us and to read one or two verses every morning before you start the day. I just quote from the preface written by my teacher. The insight that flashed into the heart of the Buddha have crystallized into these luminous verses of the pure wisdom. As profound expressions of the practical spirituality, each verse is a guideline to right living. The Buddha unambiguously pointed out that whoever earnestly practices the teachings found in the Dhammapada will test the bliss of emancipation. Okay, so the book should be available everywhere. I'm sure you must have read, but please have one as personal copy and carry with you all the time until you become Anagami or Arahant. You know, a tradition in Ladakh, my father used to be very, very religious. He will never go out of the house or village without carrying a few books, packed in a cloth and carrying on the back. Never. And he will never leave his house without reciting some verses, some short prayer. And he will never enter the house again before reciting some verses. Yeah, all the time reciting mantras, and reciting. So, being his son, I cannot carry these books. You see, he was traveling in Ladakh. He was not traveling in aeroplanes, and he was not passing through the security check and all the airport and all these things. So it was easy for him to pack in the cloth and carry. So if I do that, all the security will suspect me that I'm carrying a bomb. It will create a lot of trouble. So, but I have a similar faith devotion. I also carry this Dhammapada and few books with me, the daily Buddhist chanting, back in another cloth, different way, and put into my briefcase. Those days, they never keep these books or with the other things close. They always carry on the back so that nobody pass across all of that. So, but in 21st century, when we are traveling around the world, passing through all securities and aeroplanes, I think Buddha will excuse us. If he come and say, okay, as long as you have the faith, okay, you carry whatever we want. So you hope. So please, dear Dharma friends, try to keep this book with you and try to read 1 or 2 verses every morning before you start the day. It's very important. You know how the day is going to be for you, whether positive, negative, healthy, unhealthy, happy, unhappy, successful, failure. How the day is going to be very much depend how you start the day in the morning. Very important. Yeah. If you are able to start the day in the morning very positively, in a way that Buddhist should, then the whole day can be very positive, very healthy, even if the situation is not so positive, but you can maintain yourself very positive and healthy. You can face those. But if you don't know how to begin the day, and you begin the day with the negativities in your mind, the whole day can be miserable. Yeah? So usually most people who are not Dharma practitioners, what they do? They don't do any meditation prayer before they go to sleep. They fill the stomach and go to sleep and start snoring and snoring. Snoring, and in the morning sometimes they find fallen down from the bed. Sometimes you find the blanket is there, the pillow is there. And when in the morning you wake up, you never think of remembering Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and paying respect and reciting some verses for the good of the day. They don't do that. They collect the pillows and put in the same place and then either run to the toilet or to the kitchen and fill the stomach and then start running here and there. And the evening come back, again fill up this leather bag and then go to the sleep. That is miserable, miserable life. That's not the life of a devotee or Dharma practitioner. That is worse than animals. Animals know better how to live. Bhojanami matamyu. Animals know better than the many human beings who are not in contact with Dhamma. Isn't it? So, as a human being in general and as a followers of Buddha, we have to know very clearly how to begin the day, how to end the day, what to do before we go to sleep. Before we start the day, what we have to do. First, when we wake up, first thing we have to remember the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and all the great teachers, gurus, express thanks, gratitude. Once again, you came into life. Once again, you became conscious from the unconscious. Sleep is unconscious. Sleep is a kind of death. In sleep, you cannot do anything. So when you come out from the sleep, and you are getting a new life. So we have to express thanks to Buddha, Dharma,